What?
Should I?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to say something.
No.
So all of us do have driver's licenses, right?
A certificate.
So all of us have driver's licenses. So I want us to speak about our experience of getting the driver's license. I'll start with mine, right? Going to testing and shit. That is the most traumatic thing that you can ever get to, because the people that work at the licensing department or traffic department, I don't know which one between the two it is. Those people, they can traumatize you and make you feel so small because they are in a position of power. Right? I remember when I went to go get my driver's license. Firstly, the lady that was testing me, right? So obviously you do the testing within the yard of the testing station,
The
right?
premises, yeah.
And then you have to go out. So everything went well within the yard, right? Fana. When we get to the fucking roads, the lady now starts shouting, "Hi, driver kahle man. Uzoyithatha le truck." Uzoyithatha le truck.
Wait,
What did I
I would have
do?
said catch then.
You
Since
can't
wanna
say
do-
catch because you're gonna
You want?
pay.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah.
And I'm a stubborn person, ne?
I know.
And my stubbornness, I had to take it and put it aside
Yeah.
because I need this shit.
Yeah, you
By
need
the
this
time we done with this shit, I need to have my driver's license, right? So it's the most traumatic experience because kancane, she's gonna shout at you. Nakhona, I think the reason why they do that is because they're looking for a way to make you feel a certain way. If you're not doing any mistakes, you're gonna do mistakes because you panicking right now. She's shouting at you. She's telling you, "Hori, I'm gonna take this truck right now," and you're thinking to yourself, "Jesus, one mistake, she's taking this truck. I'm fucked." Because
Practically.
when we return to the testing station inside the yard, if we are returning there and she's driving the truck, I'm out. Because it clearly I made a mistake and she took the truck and then it's over for me.
over.
Right? And she can't even do anything when we are there and she's driving the truck, coming in with the truck with me, because there's probably people looking and they're gonna say, how is this guy now in this line of getting the driver's license when you were the one who was driving, right? For me, yes, sis, I remember I passed that goddamn thing, but when I got home, yes, sis, I was so down.
You were down.
I was so down.
I thought you said you were so down.
Yo, I was so down. I was so heartbroken. I was so angry. And at that time, I've got my driver's license, but I'm thinking to myself, yes, sis.
Why did you have to go through that?
Bro.
Yeah. So one thing I've actually noticed, and this has now become a very common thing in the country. It's very difficult to get a driver's license the right way, the right route.
What is that?
And I think
Bags.
you
No email.
got it in the right manner. And the reason why she was also making those comments and trying to get you to panic,
Kwati. Cool.
I want such. You know what I mean? You can be brilliant and know how to drive. They will try and find a mistake. You get that one? And if Osanse Nyogo, there's no way you're going to get it. And I think a lot of people go to these testing stations by tepile, but because they know it's king, just to make it easier for me, I don't want to come back here again. Let me just take out that extra whatever that is needed. And that's why you see it nowadays, a lot of driving schools already have like a platform where the driver, or let me rather say the instructor,
Sure.
the driving school instructor is going to tell you to say, "Hey boy, don't worry, I've got you. When I'm 3,000 fella, everything is going to be covered.
Sure.
Your lessons, I'll give you 10 lessons, and then they also guarantee you
That's 5K.
or pass it.
That's 5K.
Even if you make mistakes, you'll definitely pass, type of thing. You know one. So it's tricky to get a driver's license. As easy as it is, ne? And as cheap as it is, it has become so expensive. That's why you don't find a lot of people banandidi driver's license that can't afford them.
Another craziest thing here is I hear you guys, and you're absolutely right. It's a traumatic experience. but I hand you giving birth in a public hospital.
Mm.
You guys think you've seen it all. Wait until you must thank God that you can't give birth.
you
I
were,
hand you a
you were
nurse.
about to say wait until you give birth.
No, I said you can't give birth.
No, you said wait until, and then you switched. You did.
No, wait until you probably experience it, and I mean like your partner. But I was not. I literally just started the statement by saying, just thank God that you guys can't, because I think the hardest thing, nurses. But yeah, license. You know what? That is such a nerve-wracking experience, and it's weird of you to say because during the week I saw someone on Facebook who was like, "Dude, my friends have like the honors, the masters, maraba feila di lena."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, why? You know? And look, that thing, I think it's just also the fact that it's been made like a money-making scam.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of how far did you go? Like you went all the way? You did it for yourself? We love passes
Yeah, I got it at the end.
clean.
Yeah.
Like manja clean.
Mpana.
So
Obviously, with regards to, I remember when we came back, right? So with the truck, she was telling the guy I came with after driving school, which was my neighbor. Like we were staying opposite each other. She was saying, what did she say? Mutu wa atibu drive.
she's just mad you didn't want to.
Mutu wa atibu drive. Hey. That time we came back.
Yeah.
I did everything right.
Sure.
I drove outside. I came back with the truck. Right?
She was bitter as
Even
fuck.
after everything that she has said to me, trying to make me panic and do all sorts of things, I came back with the truck. Mfana, kitlile grinded, everything was clean. She was telling my
instructor.
guy, gore, motho wa wa tsebo tayo.
Don't tell Wabi.
I can say gore neletsa. Hey, batho. Mfana, you know, I felt like kiko primary mistress unjwetsa gore ngwana wa tsebo.
That was
ngwala wow.
series of
Kanti wena ngwana wa
insults.
mfana.
That's why you were down.
Ah, dog, I was out.
Yeah, no,
I was
Batman?
out.
Then I experienced something similar. But what can I say as to anything? Okay, after, you know, when not instructor, could you come on how look at I get the right the marks table.
Yes.
Submit them. Ever like a more type processor.
Mutho testang, yeah.
Yeah. So on a processor the documents it was full of shit. But not quite it. I can remember they split it.
Yeah,
Sure.
they do.
If you got the tester all over Baleba office in Jalo. So he was angry, Huri. Abatola for he didn't want to process it. Even people that came after me in Abatola license up on Abatamai.
Wena since uplomile
Since
da.
diploma, Hambo didn't tang, you know, I mean, singing lanshi until so my sister's friend's father Kantus Panada. I feel like, lebo, what's a Mawatola license can't. No, probably that person held a higher position than him. Then after Mutola, okay, then I went up, oh shit, okay, can't Batsivana, but on a personal level. Then he started
Imagine it,
processing.
Nasi.
Yeah.
Dog.
He was mad at you. You were not gonna get. You were not gonna get jacked.
They belittle you. They make you feel like how next.
But to
the
be
same
honest-
reason, like when Ochore, how you dispatch the nurse, they make you feel like you're not human. Like it's a favor.
But it's a government thing. It has become such a government thing now.
I could kiss you right now.
Every facility.
You are amazing.
Oh, tolang your government. Or that you go to your government. That's how they behave.
Home affairs.
Home affairs.
Except
Disaster.
What?
SARS is the same. No, you see the
Sounds
thing is,
stay the same.
SARS is the same. Ne? It's just that maybe not a lot of people go there. Gilaban. Yes, you do probably do. People do probably go there, but it's not like a need. Yakabo Home Affairs. You need to get that document in order to get your life running, type of thing. Spetle, clinic.
Department
you need to
of
go there.
Labor.
Gilaban.
And you know what's funny? Private institutions, they're starting to help them. Like if you want a passport and what, you can do it via FNB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
renewal of your license. This do you like your Capitec apps? and
Yeah,
stuff like
so I think but this is scary. What happens
messed up,
now
bro.
when the private sector gets so strong that the government can't tell them where to go? Because they literally, even now, but Susaki private security when Arbuakamapones,
Sure.
Yeah,
they first
practically.
on scene before the cops are.
True.
Hankashaba the ambulance, mostly get private. I don't think there's even theater public, but mostly.
Yeah, mostly they are private actually.
Mina, my only concern is now because, you know, if we give leeway and space to the government to run things and to lead things, that also is a blanket of grace for the less fortunate or the people that can't afford. So the more the private sector gets involved, the more we forsake people that can't afford.
Yeah,
because
that
obviously,
is true.
when they want to help, they don't help for free. Government
Yeah, they
probably
don't.
does,
Yeah,
but they don't help for
for
free.
free. You're
Do you
right.
understand what I mean?
You know what?
I hope it's just to alleviate the.
But do you hear what he's
weight.
saying? He's saying they're getting stronger. And what do we happen when we move to situations where, like, for example, look at our
Ambulance.
SAA, barring Arsana Chele, like, I want to the child. You think
That's why the private companies that don't fear CCMA anymore.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
That's why Cyril Ramaphosa, in order for us to create employment, the private sector must kick in. Like,
Ooh,
it's your
Kafen.
duty as the government to do.
Practically.
So now I think my problem is people that are in a fortunate position, I mean, in a most too long say in their job position or in an influential position, don't held or are not held liable. There's no one to reprimand them. So, for example, if we're not complaining or a nurse or treat us so, no one's gonna reprimand them.
They're all friends.
Whatever.
No, but
They're
the
all
thing
friends.
is, you
That's
need to
another issue.
understand you're right, but you're not right. When you're saying there's no one to reprimand them, that's a lie. You won't reprimand because too much is at risk. That's why you won't reprimand. There are people that will reprimand, but if you reprimand, we get up there, so you become the target.
We're saying the same
What do you
thing,
mean?
Karen.
What do you mean? I think I'm missing you.
What do you mean?
So when you say you are at risk of,
What I think what she's saying here is
A
that
nurse
really making
hits you, a nurse swears at you, a nurse ill treats you, you go to home affairs and like CCC offline, knowing very well that they're not Utlala Candy Crush. Right? And you're like, no, that's not fair. And then we work there really too. Offline. And you see what I'm doing is wrong, right? And you know that we're not offline. What's the likelihood of you, even though you know that what I'm doing is wrong and you are aware that I'm lying to this person, what's the likelihood of you telling me what I'm doing is wrong and reprimanding me without you being afraid of repercussions? Because once you tell right, are you not the target now? Because everyone else will go,
But what I'm saying,
you become
What I'm saying
maybe
is there isn't a force to put them straight.
the can't
So-
be because better manyala. So
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying, man. Understand? So if when as a child you are naughty, quick fast in a hurry. Kibo mang batswadi ba government officials that are gonna reprimand
it's the
them.
management.
But management is in it as well. So take you on LSG, ne? You working in a private company.
Yeah, we're saying the same
ne?
thing.
You working in a private company. If you know what, I'm not happy. The CEO didn't speak to me nicely or didn't give me proper services
They take action.
immediately.
True.
Immediately. Because not only is it damaging
So
the
can you
brand,
manage a
and-
problem? The problem is the people on top.
the escalation process is flawed. What happens if manager hates it next? Where are you gonna take it after that?
Bro,
What happens if the whole department is not in it? People like when I check out what there's so many ombudsmen. When I ombudsman in renewable energy, when I ombudsman in this, when I ombudsman in so what is the escalation process for a nurse who didn't treat you well? Or a nurse who feeling incorrect medication because someone needs to be held liable. When I oyaka flu, how good LSG bam feeling meriana oyetsang what. Certain body functions don't function anymore. Who gets held liable for that?
Pamphili Miriana will prevent.
That's okay. People
No,
just get
guys, like,
held liable.
wait. No, guys, wait. I know you're saying this as a joke. Personal experience, less than a month ago, that happened to a friend of mine. She like literally discovered that she was like 3-4 weeks pregnant. She went there, like like injection. Injection like so that like if anything happens, pregnant, those one aska kante ba mo fa prevention. Ya tsholang.
Uma, go in. Yo, that's fucked up. Now that is extreme.
She is married and they were struggling for so long with the husband for a child.
Yo.
This was a miracle child. So mutolo kala anti nicking prenuptial classes and whatever. Mutumutlabile
Can we get lawyers? Can we lawyer up, guys? Libo clientele and what so that we can
exactly
sue
what
these
happened.
motherfuckers?
So you guys are laughing, but this is like a real
We need to sue these
story that right now we're in a situation where we're trying to get this person through therapy.
Imagine the psychological
That's like
damage.
If the escalation process can be damning for government officials.
And they're looking out for each other, the people that made this mess.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
they
And
are.
that's what I'm saying. But what if my theory is, if they can have an independent entity
Yeah.
that doesn't report to the government. So, for example, let's say HR as well, to scrap out nepotism and whatnot, both for government and private sector. So, if we're not say better 4 ways, for example, or Santon, there's a division at Santon for HR. So, any company that wants to hire someone, they need to go through that independent entity. Why? It's gonna scrap out this thing of illegal immigrants being hired or nepotism or favoritism. If we're about to offer warning, that department must be known.
And Felix, I wanted to say, Hori, and Hori, Mr. Government, they sell it, ne?
Duh, bro.
Oh. So
That's why it's full of so incompetent people.
Exactly.
Because they sell
Yeah,
those
they sell
jobs.
it.
So imagine now if also the
There's
escalation
nepotism,
process
there's selling of it. So
can be the same.
It's a mess there, bro.
when I bought file ticket, no, Mamoto, I can't say anything wrong. Nampatla chocho, kihano mo fa chocho kaile ticket. There's no way who a government it interfere in. Okay, now I can pinch kwala case. Kinchwele kunje ke mang sizokuthola. Why do you say
Oh,
that?
ex.
Yeah, who the top officials, they're the ones who make things disappear.
Sure.
Hey.
Because when I go a constable, they say, oh, yeah, hey, it's a so, okay, bribery, mama. So imagine if there was a separate entity where government can interfere, private sector can interfere, but of course the government would need to fund it because it's for the bruh.
But that's crazy, and I just really want to throw it to the street squad so the street squad can tell us what they think, because I think we've been at it. You know, it's just reel you back in and ask what you think about this, because there's so many elements of our government's incompetence, and we understand why, you know. But also, is this the South Africa? Because also the funny thing is, we're also going towards elections, guys. Do you understand? And these are the same people that we keep on protecting and voting for that are failing us repeatedly, time and time again. So, Street Squad, taking into note everything we just said, tell us what your 2 cents are, and you can tag us across all social media platforms. We are Global Streetz Live with a Z. But you don't sleep on us, you know. Ooh, that was nice.